Reading is a problem because people will choose not to remember anymore. Socrates thought that shit? That nigga was an idiot. That nigga was stupid.
A few moments later.
One of the most famous historical critics. Damn, I can't fucking read. He was right. That nigga was cooking. Reading is bad. Dating in Gen Z makes absolutely no sense by Rambo. From the outside looking in, it's only getting worse. You guys are cooked. I got a girlfriend, so I'm good. You feel me?
With me to break up with my boyfriend of 4 years.
Bro, what? We about to hear some crazy reasoning. If he put this at the beginning of his video, we already know she about to say some really outlandish shit. She about to say, I'm about to go off to college and I just want the full college of experience. I want all the meats I can handle. I want double-fisted meats. Okay, I'm tweaking. Maybe I'm tweaking. Damn, I'm tweaking. Let's continue.
Get ready with me to break up with my boyfriend of 4 years.
Fake ass cry.
Gen Z is fucking cooked. If you hop on TikTok, there's constant videos telling you to whore yourself out, go sleep with as many people as possible. And we've seen the Coldplay video where I know they're old people.
Honestly, they wouldn't have got caught if they would have just fucking kept it P. Niggas can't just keep it P. Niggas should have just stood there like, it wouldn't have been recorded and posted on the net. You feel me?
And you can tell that even though they got caught cheating, there's a representation of how Gen Z sees everything. It's a joke. It's a meme. It's something funny. Someone's life was ruined.
No cap.
You think about the kids, their life has completely changed. This is all bad. And nonetheless, it is just a joke. Gen Z is cooked.
If you're in your 20s, go hook up with that person you shouldn't be hooking up with.
Shut up.
Dating in your 20s is messy. Now is the time to give into the urges and desires so that later on you're not resenting yourself or
She's cooked. Like, she's giving terrible advice, but she is absolutely cooked. All this tells me is that she is doing exactly that. She's out there taking double-fisted meats right now. I just know it. Because why would you make this video if you weren't like actually doing it? Unless you're trying to lead people down the wrong path. You're taking double-fisted meat. Let me stop.
or somebody else for it. Am I being an enabler? Sure, but your 20s is about learning crisis management and your 30s is for crisis prevention.
2 million views, 400,000
Madness. You hide from this girl when she comes around. Terrible advice.
likes, and people agree with this. And that's a big problem because it obviously represents a shift in how people are choosing to value relationships. It's not something about long-term investments, but I am going to act based on my instinctual desires and not worry about long-term consequences. And here's the thing, okay? You can be sluts, you can be whores, you can do whatever you want. I am not one to say, but at the same time, it's very obvious that at this certain age, we're confused, we're young, we don't know what we want with our lives. And there's this outside pressure in rap music and a bunch of media and videos telling you that the way to have control over your own body is to show more of your body. It's to give your body to other people because you're the one making the decision to give up your body. But at the same time, you lose control because they're actively tangling the idea that the carrot on the stick, it's the good thing. It's the right action because it makes you feel good. Why would you not want to feel good? it's kind of obvious. It's a trap.
They say hard drugs are the best feeling in the world. And then that's why you get hooked on it and you're gonna go homeless and die in the streets, my nigga. That instantaneous happiness is ruining you.
It's a lie.
I'm so tired of taking B, plan B. This nigga won't stop naming me.
I ain't even gonna say
Soon
that.
I had this baby, he gon' say I drive him crazy.
There is a bunch of shit music out there that will literally lower your IQ. And the same thing applies to the videos you choose to consume. There's this assumption that what I put into my body is solely focused on just food, but you should have the same level of selectivity with your thoughts, your ideas. And this is a big problem because everyone views cheating as a bad thing and they don't understand that the betrayal part is bad, but more important,
That nigga hurt. What if they actually weren't like dating or like together or anything, but they were just like in that picture and like enjoying the moment and they just kind of tweaked? What if that was the first time they ever even like touched each other like that much? And they just tweaked and just having a good time, put his arm around her, boom. Kiss cam, boom, you're cooked. I thought that to myself. It's highly unlikely, extremely unlikely, but that would be fucking hilarious.
How do you prevent it from happening? Very obviously, communication. Cheaters are fundamentally pussies because they're unable to communicate what they're actually feeling. So their route of escape is cheating or doing very bad things, right? But everything lies in terms of communication because, reminder, a relationship is just an agreement between you and another person. And once you stop talking, everything falls apart. Communication is extremely important, and people who choose not to communicate are the biggest cowards there are.
Get ready with me to break up with my boyfriend of 4 years.
All right, I need to hear this.
I've always known this day would come.
From the beginning? Come on, from the rip? Okay.
Never really knew when I would actually have the courage to do it. And today is that day.
I will save you guys the boring 2-minute watch, but pretty much she broke up with her boyfriend of 4 years, and people are very upset about it because she has known that this day will come and has always been in her fucking mind. But she has been such a coward that she chose to not only waste her life, but the other person's life. She was stringing this person along for 2 fucking years. She wanted to break up with them, but didn't because she was just so afraid. And this is the problem. There's this perpetuation in society that you should always pick the easier option. You should listen to music, watch videos that doesn't actually challenge your thoughts and ideas, but constantly tell you and reaffirm you the things you want to hear. You should sleep with as many people as possible because obviously, why wouldn't you? It makes you feel good. And because people are so attuned to this instant gratification, it trickles down not to only the big problems people choose in their lives, like sleeping with people, but also the small things, the little decisions. Maybe when you're having an argument with someone, when you're understandably upset with them, maybe showing too much skin, you push it aside because you're so much of a coward, you're so much of a pussy, you don't want to have that argument, that conflict, that conversation.
He on ass. He's on ass.
You'll save it for another day. And over time, it will slowly pile and pile and pile. And the most important thing with humans and the power of relationships is very simply communication. And we are losing that ability, even though, oh my God, Gen Z, we're the most connected, generation ever. But at the same time, no one is actually voicing their thoughts. Communication is extremely important for the health of a relationship, and people like to point and make judgments onto other people. And how I view relationships, at least for mine, is that it doesn't matter how people view it because relationships are a one person and another person agreement. People like doing a lot of freaky stuff. They like doing a lot of freaky stuff. And there's nothing wrong with them doing it unless it hurts other people. There's nothing wrong with being a freakazoid because if the other person in the relationship is okay with it, then that's all that matters. But there slowly is becoming this problem with social media and Gen Z where you no longer.
Why did I just get 30 seconds of men kissing each other? There's other freakazoid things you can show on the screen. Rambo, come on. Anyway, let's continue.
You live just for yourself and other people, but you live for the internet and the judgment of other people. And it slowly spirals into this problem of existing, having relationships just to please the eye of society. The reason why relationships probably won't work long-term with Gen Z is because of our upbringing. You're taught to always pick the easier answer and you can't communicate. It's this big problem that I guarantee you has not reached its climax yet. And I'll be even more honest. I'm fucking lying to you. This entire video was a goddamn lie. And it sounds like I made a bunch of really good arguments, but I guarantee you, Gen Z will live a completely fine and normal life. You're just being overstimulated. You're being fed a lot of extreme ideas, and those are the only ones that actually pop up in that.
Did I just get gaslit? Did he just gaslight me? Is this gaslighting? I was tricked, bamboozled, befooled, buffoonerized.
Algorithm.
Humans may be one step closer to destroying the world, or at least that's what scientists behind the doomsday clock think.
Oh my god, the world is ending! They say every year.
No cap.
This is a big thing people don't realize with Gen Z titled videos. They always make random assumptions. They pick random things and then create random correlations, and this is a very complex topic, right? But people don't seem to realize that every generation has a problem with the upcoming generation. Every single generation has a problem with every generation because they believe that change is what's going to actually ruin the future. But that has never happened, at least yet. And I want you to take this very seriously because technology is advancing very rapidly and it seems and pushes us into this unknown realm where our brains are just negatively attuned. But remember, people back in the day actually hated reading. Reading?
Socrates was skeptical of writing? He's on this. See, that's what I told y'all. Rambo be thinking. Rambo be thinking, bro. I just got gaslighted this whole fucking video, bro. The last generation's always got a problem with the new generations. Except in this generation, there's too many cheeks getting clapped. I'm not gonna lie. It needs to slow down. So it is kind of like a problem. But at the end of the day, it's not really that much of a problem. It's just like people are just gonna have to figure it out, you know, lower their standards and shit. But life will continue. And if it doesn't, I won't be here for it. So fuck it.
What the fuck? Reading is actually going to ruin our society because it's going to make people choose to not remember anymore. And
that's the most craziest shit I ever heard in my life. Reading is a problem because people will choose not to remember anymore. Shit. Socrates thought that shit? That nigga was an idiot. That nigga was an idiot. That nigga was stupid. Who was afraid of reading and writing? One of the most famous historical critics. Damn, I can't fucking read. He was right. That nigga was cooking. Reading is bad. Came much later from ancient Greece. Philosopher Socrates, as documented by his student Plato, was skeptical of writing. He feared it would weaken memory, give the illusion of knowledge without true understanding, undermine dialogue and critical thinking. In Plato's, whatever the fuck that says, Socrates recounts a myth where the Egyptian god Thoth offers writing to King Thamus, claiming it will improve memory and wisdom. Thamus rejects it, saying writing will instead cause forgetfulness and reliance on external symbols rather than internal understanding. So while writing was celebrated as a tool of progress in many civilizations, early oral traditions and philosophers, especially Socrates and his followers, viewed it with suspicion, fearing it would diminish the depth of human thought and communication. If you kind of think about it, that's like ChatGPT right now. So I guess I get it. It makes sense, I guess. Anyway.
same argument is made all the way today when phones were being introduced. What? You can just Google anything. You don't have to remember phone numbers. It's going to ruin people's memory. But guess what? Every single new advancement, while seen and made arguments where it's a bad thing, actually helps us long term. And it's very easy to fall under this trap of viewing the world in such a negative manner. But the real reason why I have a complete twist at the end of this video is that, remember, the content you choose to consume heavily affects your life. The ideas you choose to swallow heavily affects your future and life. And I guarantee you, you don't know what's best and bad for you. Be careful out there. Goodbye, motherfuckers.
Yo, what the fuck was that? Yo, I need to get the fuck out of here. Let me just skip to the end. Bro just started stroking. What the fuck was, bro? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that other shit. If you guys want to go get one of my art toys, head over to bagboytoys.com. And other than that, I love you and peace. Damn, did you drop something behind you?